and welcome to the CaptainDrone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and this is an RC plane. This RC plane is by FMS, the company FMS. It's called the P-39 Cobra II Racer. It is designed to go extremely fast. The weird thing with this plane is that it has been on the market for some time. You know, it's been out for many years. Many people have purchased it, but FMS keeps upgrading it. And when they upgrade it, they don't announce the upgrades. As a matter of fact, they don't even change their website, which is interesting. So this plane, when I received it, it's got like an 80 amp ESC, but if you look at the website, it says it's got a 60 amp or a 70 amp ESC. Same as the motor up front. You might see specifications on the website for the motor, for the KV, the size. It's a brushless motor and it's darn powerful. It gets upgraded as time goes on. The retracts, the landing gear under here, that's the only thing that I wish they would upgrade a bit more and put shock absorbing landing gear, because the landing gear that's on it, you have to come in and float in very, very smooth. So today when I land this on ice, you can see I'm flying in the wintertime on a big ice field. Ice is very hard, so I've got to be very careful when I land it or I'm going to tear off the landing gear, especially if I hit one of those footprints that are all throughout the ice here. So this is going to be a little tricky. I may come away with a plane still in one piece, or maybe I won't. And I should also mention that on the FMS website, they say you do have a good chance of achieving speeds of 100 miles per hour with this plane, but I don't know if that's in a dive. A lot of these companies, when they write the speeds of a plane on their website, sometimes they're talking about diving the plane. Obviously, it's going to go faster if you aim it at the ground and then pull up. You're going to get a high speed, but if you're flying level, I don't know if you get the same speed. Anyways, I'm going to fly it around here. I do have a GPS inside and it will tell me the speed afterwards if the GPS works. Also, because this plane is not very big and it goes very fast, you may not see it too well in my Ace Pro. I have an Insta360 Ace Pro on my head. Might not see it so well, so I'm going to stick a little Insta360 camera on the plane, give you some footage from the flight. All right, I have an Insta360 Ace Pro here and I will show you inside the plane so you can see what it looks like. So down here is my 50C 2200 milliamp hour LiPo battery. Over here is my GPS unit to get the speed. So what I have to do now is simply plug in the battery and we'll hear some glips and glops and goofy little sounds. Then I'm going to put the canopy on. There we are. We're all set. So everything works on my radio. I'll show you that in a second. Next, I'm going to stick a little Insta360 camera on here just to give you some flight footage. Now just take a look at where I was sitting. So I was kneeling down here. I destroyed the ice. The ice is getting very soft. So this is not a good runway anymore. And if you look out here, see the footprints? You can't take off on those footprints or land on them. They're going to destroy the landing gear. So I'm going to try to take off maybe someplace this way. Okay, change of plans. Look up there. You see the flag? Look what direction the flag is going. That's the wind, which means the wind is coming from that way. So I'm going to have to launch it this way. All right, before we go fly, let's check the surface area. So we got ailerons. They move really well and fast. And you have elevator. Look at that. Very fast. And you have rudder. And my plane is rolling away because of the wind and the ice. You also have flaps down here.
Flaps mid.
There you go.
Flaps
oh,
mid.
they're creaking because of the cold.
Level.
And of course you have the super powerful motor up front, which is going to go and chop me into pieces. So I'm going to keep you back there. We're ready to go. So my only worry is that when I go to take off, these wheels will catch some little hole in the ice. The plane will flip over and that will be it. So I'm going to put the flaps on and I'm going to gun it and I'm going to try to force it to launch right up in the air. Landing is another issue. Take a look at this area. I got footprints everywhere. I've got to kind of land it maybe over there and then come, oh, I don't know. It's going to be weird. Anyways, let's go fly. So let's get the flaps to one level. There we go. I'm just going to ram it up in the air. Whoa, it's got too much torque on the engine. So let's bring it around. I'm going to bring it around at a very slow speed because it's a racer. It wants to go super fast. So here we are, coming back to me. We are going to bring it this way and then around before it hits the trees. Look at that. Now I am going at 20% throttle. I think I might be able to bring it low and then dive up. I'm in a very precarious spot. Oh, I don't even have one of the wheels up. Look, it's hanging. All right, that's easy. Cycle the landing gear. It's got ice in it. Cycle it back up. There we go. They both went up. Let's do the speed test. Quick, here we go. I'm just going to bring it this way. And I'm going to fly over myself. You probably won't see it, but there's full speed.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
I'm doing a turn as I do full speed. It's hard to keep it low to the ground because there's too many trees around and I don't know what's really behind me unless I stop and look. Going over the Ottawa River at high speed. This is all full blast. There we are. Now I should be able to do a few low passes. Let me just kill the throttle here. Coming at me, almost like landing. Don't chop my head off. But there we go, nice and slow, and then take it up. Beautiful plane. There's no way you can have fun with a plane like this at a field because it does everything. If you want to do flips and rolls, you can do flips and rolls, although I'm not going to do them out here because every time I do that, I lose my little cameras up top. So let's do another little low pass here.
Remaining 2 minutes.
Yeah, nice and low. Almost touching the ice, whoa! And then, whoa, she's gone. Okay, let's cycle that landing gear.
Gear down.
And we're gonna come back and see if any of my gear came down because it's frozen. Everything's frozen up there. This is gonna be hilarious. If I have no gear, it's a belly landing. No, I see 3 wheels. There we go, 3 wheels. Oh, that was scary. All right, so the scariest part is about to happen now. I'm going to land. I'm gonna take it way out over the Ottawa River, way out there, and I'm gonna do a nice gentle turn, and I'm gonna bring it back towards me. All right. I think that's too high. Let me just turn it one more time. Don't want to stall it out on the river because I'm not going to get it out there on the ice, and then bring it down. There we go. Okay. Whoa, it's too low. Whoa. Whoa, it dove down too low. I lost all the power. Okay, we're doing it this time. We're coming down. Bring it down.
1 minute.
Try not to stall it. Throttle's off. Whoa! Bring it down.
1 minute.
Try not to stall it. Throttle's off. Whoa! That was exactly what I didn't want to happen. Look, it's still sliding, but it exploded. I hit the ice, I brought it down, and oh my God, this is not what I anticipated. What is that? What is sticking out there? Oh, look at it, I toasted the prop. And what did I toast? Oh, okay, it's not a wing part. That's just my aileron. Man, I hit hard. So let's see what else I destroyed. Well, this landing gear seems good. This one came off. That's easy. I can glue that back on. No problem there. So that's fixable. Canopy, I gotta go get it. It's over there. Most people would look at this if you were a beginner and go, oh my God, you just destroyed your plane. But for someone like me who flies a lot and fixes planes, it's fixable. And then over here we go to where the carnage first occurred. Did you notice how far it slid? All the way over there. It landed over here where the canopy came off and slid all the way back there. So canopy's here. There's a piece of plastic. That's a prop plastic thing for the nose. What else do I have? Should be pieces of prop everywhere. Here we go. Prop. There we go. So you can see over here where it crashed, I came down too hard, and you know, this didn't help that this is a big trail going through the ice here. You know, anything hits that, it toasts itself. This is why not too many people fly on ice. Ice is a little treacherous for landing, especially if you don't have a long runway. So the GPS is still in here, so that's a good thing. There's the GPS unit right there. It said I did 136 kilometers per hour, and I flew at a max height of 61 meters. Here's a close-up of the damage. So there's the aileron that's off. You can see you just attach it with hinges. It's very easy to put back in place. This landing gear is still good, but if we go to this side, you can see that this landing gear needs to be glued back up in here. Very easy to do. And this landing gear up front just needs to be straightened and it will work. And this prop up front, I just have to reorder another one. I do not believe the shaft is bent in any way because it looks perfect. So there was a bit of damage to the plane, so let me show you how I fix everything. So this landing gear has to be put back into position. As you can see here, this is just foam, which means you can take the landing gear and basically glue it back into the foam. It's that simple. It does appear I'm missing a little bit of plastic that broke off here, but that won't affect our repair whatsoever. So to make this easier to glue back into position, I'll just raise the landing gear. There we go. And now I just have to put some glue here. Plop that down and we're all good. Take my glue gun, put lots of glue in this, and then we plop this in. That will hold quite nicely. That will not come out. Next we have the wire that goes to the servo. It's covered with this yellow tape. Well, we're just going to put the tape back into position as best we can. There we go. So I think that's good. Looks good to me. Now just to make it look even better, I'm going to put a piece of yellow electrical tape over this. Here we go. The color is pretty close. It's not perfect, but I think it's close enough. You can get this at any hardware store. And we'll just run a big piece. We'll cover everything so it looks really good. All the way down. There we go. Better than new. Looks pretty good to me. Check out our landing gear. I might have to bend this a bit. But so far it looks pretty good to me. Next we have our aileron, which has come off. It's just flopping around right here. It is still connected. So this is just a piece of foam. This is just a piece of foam. Usually for connecting, you just need these hinges. You can get them off Amazon. I got tons of them in here. I'll take one out and show you. When you have RC planes, you have all this sort of stuff lying around because you often break planes and you have to repair them. So there we are. This is a nylon hinge and it bends. Now to put a hinge in your aileron and the other end into the wing, all you need is an X-Acto knife or a box cutter knife. Cut a slit, put in the hinge, cut a slit, put in the hinge, and it's all good. So there we go. I cut a hole. I'll just push the hinge in. There we are. And now to keep the hinge in there, I'll pull it out. I'll put some glue on it, put it back in. Now you take this with the hinges and you can see you match it up like this. You just draw a mark where they are and then make a hole and push this in, those two hinges in, glue them in place, and you're all fixed and ready to go. And now the big test. Look at that. We're back in business. So you saw from the accident, I pretty much destroyed the prop. The bonus is this is a P-51, and guess what? You know, if you buy parts from E-flite, I have a whole pile of these because I have a lot of P-51s, you will have spare props. So I can use this P-51 prop on here. It's actually the same prop, even though FMS sells it. E-flite and FMS pretty much have the same accessories and the same products and the same spare parts. The prop is on, so it should function. Let's check it out.
Motor armed.
Yeah, it seems like it works well. There's no noise or anything. It's all good. So we have our prop. And one thing you always want to check with your prop is just to make sure it doesn't wobble or anything like that, because the shaft could be bent, but I can already tell on this one it's not bent. Here we go. So that is perfect. Now we have the front landing gear. The front landing gear is a bit of a problem because this piece of metal is bent. So if I put the wheels down, you see it's not bad, it's bent this way. I can fix that by adjusting this screw and get it to go inside. Okay, I've removed the landing gear from the plane. Here it is right here. I'm gonna have to tighten up some things, but it does seem to be working. This is the nose gear, so if I go all the way down, see, it goes flat like it should right there. I'm gonna get the prop out of the way. And if we want to put it all the way up, it's a little messed up right now because I've got it all bent. But watch when I put it up, I just have to watch this doesn't get caught. There we go. It goes all the way up. It sounds like there's hope for this. All I have to do is bend the metal, put this in properly, tighten the screws, and it should be all fixed. We should be good. All right, I'll show you end result of our forward gear. If I turn left to right, you can see it turns left to right, which is perfect. Problem is that this stem is bent a little bit this way to the left. So when it goes down, I have to kind of help it to go to the right. Watch. And there it's inside and good as new. Pops out. If I don't help it, it gets caught here. See, it's a little bit that way, so I have to bend the metal so it's bend it a little bit this way, and then it will plop in perfectly. And then it will be all good. Repairs pretty much done. So ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. CaptainDrone does crash airplanes. I think this winter, this is the second plane I have crashed in a bad landing on this ice. There's another video out where I flew an F-16, thundered it in as well. It didn't work out well. For all of you out there who have never taken off and landed on ice, it's a bit tricky. It's a different world because the ice kind of looks like the sky, and it's kind of hard to find out where the sky ends and the ice starts until you hit the ground. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions on this plane, post them below. I have flown this plane now for about, maybe 8 months in the summer and everything. Never had an issue. Today was the first issue with my bad flying. So it is a very, very good plane, but it's not for beginners. You've got to be a pilot that's flown maybe 1 or 2 planes and then you jump into this. Even if you've flown jets, jets gives you a little bit of skills and then you can jump into this because this is a very fast plane. It's a racer. So when you're up in the air and you want to go up or down, it moves really quick. It can get out of trouble really fast and get you into trouble really fast as well. But the great thing about it is that FMS is still selling it. So if you can get your hands on one, go get your hands on one. I'll put the links below to this plane. You can go check it out on the FMS website. I don't recall it being super expensive because I remember I bought it as an impulse buy. I was like, oh, that's not very expensive. And I bought this and flew it around all summer long. I had a great time. So you might do the same thing. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see me flying more in the winter, well, you have to subscribe. Someplace down here, there's a subscribe button. Subscribe to this channel. You'll see me flying planes in the winter, and hopefully I don't crash them all. Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye.